Okay, back again. So, day number 2, course number 6. It's going to be the Burrowing Owl Golf Club by Crazy Canuck, 1985. Always give my standard breakdown before we start this. Namely, that I'm going to be playing player clubs rather than tour clubs and doing these, only because it is a event geared towards CC players. So I figure most of them are going to be playing player clubs, so we're going to evaluate them with the use of player clubs. My score is not indicative of how hard the course is, whether it's CC appropriate or not. It just is what it is. Sometimes I shoot well, sometimes I shoot bad. Just any given round can be any given thing. And that being said, don't take my score. I'm not here to score well on these. I'm just playing through, looking at different parts of the course, trying to showcase the course. And first and foremost on all of this is that whatever comments I give, if I point out something that would be considered a technical problem, I will point it out as a technical problem, and it will be recognized as a technical problem by all the other judges as well. So that's just something that's going to have to be accepted. Other than that, any other comments that I make are just my eyes as a designer. I'm just looking at things. This is my first time playing through the courses, so I'm getting my first look at it. I'm giving initial impressions, and I'm just looking at things, and if I see something I think might help the looks or the playability of something, I'll give my opinion on it. But that's what it is. It's an opinion, nothing more. You don't have to agree with it. That's perfectly fine. If you don't agree with something, then just chalk it up to agree to disagree. Please don't come onto the forums and jump in a thread and start going crazy about it. And please don't start sending me a bunch of PMs about how unfair I am and how I just don't see the vision or whatever. It's just an opinion. It has nothing. What I do on these playthroughs has nothing to do with the way these courses are judged. So, all of that out of the way, we are going to play the Burrowing Owl. I actually need to check and see if he has recommended pins and tees. Come on, Andre. Do you have recommended pins and tees? I see lots of pictures. Lots of pictures. I don't see recommended pins and tees. So for all you guys who are actually in the contest, please, in your original post, point out what pin set and what set of tees that you want the judges to play from. Otherwise, it is up to our discretion. And that can either be good or bad, depending on what we play and how it looks when we do it. So, just saying. We got blacks and blues. I'll tell you what, we're going to play it from the black tees. 7248. What do you guys think? 7248 or 6749? I'm going to play it out from 7248. That's not overly harsh for a CC course. Woo, kids, we got a healthy load time on this one, don't we? Well, right off the bat, you can tell it's an Andre course. He's one of the best in the game at setting up atmosphere on his course. While I don't always like Arctic Fury's courses, the way they play, him and Andre are 1 and 1A in my opinion on planting and ambiance. They definitely know how to set a course up to make you feel like you're where you're supposed to be. Da, 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 da. probably could have raised this bunker right here just a little bit. It's not as big of a deal on this one, only because the tee box is so elevated. You get a nice good view of it. But that's me being in my elevated bunker phase, I guess. Yep, here we go. Playing from the tips. I don't think I want to be really off on my swing here, you think? It's a nice change from this morning when all I had were 17-mile-an-hour winds. It's kind of nice to be playing a course now in manageable winds. Yeah, I think that's fair. A lot of his courses play very similar. Of course, I haven't played this one, so I don't know. So I can only take it for what it is. I try very hard as a judge in contests like this not to consider what other designers have done in the past. I don't think that's fair because that can swing one of two ways. It can either have a very high bar set that they somehow don't meet, in your opinion, on on a course, and that's not fair to a given course because this may still be a really good course, and it may not get the love that it deserves because you're like, oh well, but it's not as good as these last three courses. Likewise, I don't want to have a designer that I'm not as crazy about a lot of their past work and automatically overlook what they what they've done this time versus what they did in the past, because it may be a course that really blows you away and it's a really good course, but you've obviously got a bias against it because of past work. So I try my best to take names out of this. I know I mention people by name whenever I'm doing the streams, but when I'm sitting down with a score sheet, I really try to take the designer behind this completely out of the equation. I am scoring strictly on what is in front of me, and oftentimes what it's up against. I mean, that's just the reality of it. I grade these out every single round. I compare them to what they're up against. So that's just my own personal style with it. Would like to have seen something a little bit different with this bunker complex right here. It's got a good placement to it, but it could look a little bit cleaner going into that green complex. Just a little bit more definition on it. It fall a little bit flat, but just my opinion on that one. Scampy, didn't you help judge the web.com finals year before last? Or actually it was last year because it was right before the summer showdown. Was it you or Scarpaccia? I thought it was you that was the third judge in that. Got a big lip there on the front of the green, but it's feeding down. I mean, this is a par 5, so I don't mind that as much. But that looks pretty tame, minus the hill we have right here. But Andre's gotten a rep on his greens. I don't see it in the same way that other people do. I've never had a huge problem with a lot of his greens, but I know some people don't necessarily like them. Where are we at? 155, so a little bit slower on these as well. I can be a little bit more aggressive, can't I? Yeah, really good look off the tee on this one. He's captured this just right with the lighting and everything else. Got a little bit of a pinch right here at a 443 yard hole. That's the higher elevation coming from down here. It's 6 feet from the tee we're at. We have an elevated tee box, so that's have to be careful on that. That comes close to taking driver out of players' hands. Well, maybe should have taken the driver out of my hand on that one. I got lucky. I was fast. I just wasn't fast enough to move way off to the left, so it means I was just almost dead on my swing. Whew, boy, that got scary. Probably could have lowered this area back here, like right in front of the ball a little bit. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. But this right here being a little bit lower, I don't know if the hill serves a specific purpose. Even with tour clubs, I'm not sure exactly what the purpose of it is for, like moving the ball around. Besides just giving you a funky angle to hit off of, but it would definitely help the sight line a little bit. It'd be cool to have those bushes actually a little bit lower than the level of the bunker that we're seeing up right there, just to kind of frame it and not necessarily cover it. That's just a personal choice right there, not anything he's done wrong. So, thanks. It's a far cry from what I was doing this morning, isn't it? This morning, man, was brutal, especially the first course I played. I feel sorry for Joe Golfer G because he got part of my frustration with swing just being all over the damn place. I mean, I hit the ball pretty straight. I don't have a problem keeping my ball inside the cone, but this tempo every once in a while, I'll sit and hit perfect, perfect with it for the longest, and all of a sudden it just goes away, and everything comes out fast. No, I've had wine tonight. I have wine every night. I don't drink a bottle of wine every night, but I usually have a couple of glasses every night. I'm old, man. It's all about protecting the heart now. A couple of glasses of red wine at night's good for your heart when you start getting old like me. Nice looking hole here. I like the two circle bunkers over there to the right. Just the right amount of elevation to it. With the back tilted, kind of shows them off. So, nice looking hole right here. Honestly, Giles, I don't give a shit what I score, man. If I'm at least hitting the ball in tempo, I don't care. I mean, stuff happens. But I mean, I hit times where I'm hitting pretty decent. I'm just not making putts. I mean, I can live with that when I'm doing these type streams. I don't take these in the same way as if I was playing a competitive round. I have a completely different mindset for playing a competitive round. But when my shots are all over the place because of tempo and there's nothing I can do to fix it, that begins to piss me off. That's what starts getting to me. Ooh, how did that come up short like that? I know I lofted a little bit, but damn. Uh, uh. This is a par 4, the fifth toughest hole. Uh, we do not want to succumb to a bogey. Oh, he wasn't that bad last night. I just stopped it before it got bad. I wasn't in the mood for a clown. By the time I get to this point at night, when I've been doing this all day, I mean, this is my sixth course today, man. And believe it or not, It's not like just casually playing 6 rounds. It takes out of you a little bit, or it does me. I mean, usually if I was going to do critiques, I mean, I'd do 2 a day max just to get your head clear. But with a competition like this and with the raw amount of courses we have, I have to do as many as I can, as quick as I can, to kind of get them done and out of the way so we move on to the judging. And I don't want them to sit there and pile up on me to where next week I'm trying to get all of them done, in a matter of a couple of days. Oh, this is interesting. It's a waterfall. Haven't seen a course with a waterfall in the competition yet. Do what? Yeah, you're right. Like all of them have had waterfalls. So it's a good look. I don't know about the water source on it, but um, I don't remember if Jives had one or not. I don't remember one on Jivinator's course. I really don't. But that might be the only one that I've seen that hasn't had a waterfall. Yeah, I may have to institute a rule for bonus points for no waterfalls. Still a good looking hole. I mean, it's still very neat looking right here. Bunkers could be a little bit more dramatic here up against it. I mean, and that's just a personal style. And guys, understand when I say this, when I talk about bunkers, I have fallen into a look that I like on bunkers. And I'm not just necessarily comparing that to my style. I'm just talking about the way I see bunkers done on courses in real life. And up against greens like this, I like a little bit more depth into a bunker where it kind of molds. And there's nothing wrong with what he's done right here, so I don't want it to come off that way at all. It's just you can add so much to the look of a green complex with how you do your bunkers around it. And that's just, I mean, it's just a personal opinion of mine. It just is what it is. Uh-oh. There comes the fast. And this was the wrong place to have a fast swing, believe me. This putt's going to suck. Oh, yeah. Let's make Daddy hurt on this one. Bye ball. I hit it just hard enough to get it to the edge right there. I knew there was no stopping it when it came off that, so here we go with the fast swing. I'm not sure if I was fast on that downswing or not. Sure didn't feel like it, but I may have been a little bit. It is entirely possible. No, there's nothing wrong with that green. I mean, I can't help my piss poor shot on it. I mean, other than that, I mean, it's a shelf, and you're meant to hit into it. If that's where the tee was, then it is what it is. So I didn't even adjust. I didn't even adjust that putt, did I? Uh, oh well. We just made a shit show of that hole. And that is not that hard of a hole. So all of our good work going on that one. Go to bed, I'm drunk? Are you serious? I don't think you know me very well if you think I'm drunk. It's always very dangerous playing my streams in public. They are not safe for work, just so you know. Kind of like that he went out of his way to make a desert style course. This is the step theme, but a lot of people in a contest wouldn't go this route. Desert can be a very polarizing course, so kudos for going against the grain. Yeah, the planting thus far has been spot on. One of the better planted courses in the contest, to be honest. This hole's a little bit weird. There's nothing he can really do about it. The lighting on this one is just that sun flare, like right there in your face. But that's just the nature of what happens here. So, no, you do not get bonus points or an award for the most number of townhouses on 4 holes. You might lose points on your course for the amount of townhouses on 4 holes, but I mean, there's always that. Just giving you something to look forward to. Uh, yeah, it's good lighting. It really is. Damn, that's a really big freaking green right there. Holy shit, man. That'll take you a day and a half and a couple of gallons of water to mow that fucker. That's that one stood out even more massive to me than some of the others have. That's a big freaking green right there. I think Reeves said it earlier today. Are massive greens going to be the theme for this contest? There have been some big ones. Bless you. Oh wow, that just really happened. Woo! That happened. So, an Eagle 2 on this one, a hole in one on Aaron Hills or Aaron Links. Um, that makes up for all the other shit that I've got. Holy crap, what a drop we have going here. Um, okay, for me, the math is not working the same in this game as it did in the first game, for sure. So I'm not quite sure how to calculate a 60-foot drop on a hole as of yet. I mean, that's technically 20 feet down, but, well, Oh no, it happened. Oh, but it was barely a miss on fast. So, phew. Hold on, I'm trying to go back and read stuff now. Okay, sorry, I was reading the gripes, talking about the routing. I am not going to be doing the Euro schedule. Even if I played on Euro, I especially wouldn't do the Euro schedule if I played on it. But I'm not playing tours, man. I will schedule, I will design, I will host design contests. As it stands right now, I have zero interest at all of playing on tour. It's kind of a cool looking hole right here. Got the power lines going in the back. People seem to be damn sure making sure they get these power lines in on their courses, man. Well, apparently my dog is not mad at me anymore. Whew. Boy, that's a tough hole right here, isn't it? That is a tough hole there, kids. I do believe I'm just going to send this one long and let it play. Ah, shit. Oh well. Thought I was headed for a pretty decent shot till I hit it fast, but eh. Okay, we're gonna be stupid here. No, we're not. I can't. I can't do that from there. Back up. God damn. Any other time I want that ball to roll out, it won't roll out, even from the damn rough. Right there, I needed to check, and nope, nada. Yeah, we're less than 24 hours away now, guys. We are about 39 hours and 15 minutes off the deadline. Excuse you, what? Okay, this hole's a little bit different. I'm not sure how I feel about this one yet. Yeah, let's play it and see what happens. I feel like I'm going to fly in that very back bunker off the tee on this, but we'll see. Oh, no, I did say that. I said we are just over 24 hours out because tomorrow's Wednesday, is it not? Noon on Thursday is the deadline. Noon tomorrow makes it 24 hours. 36 hours is midnight tonight, and we are now 10 minutes and 2 hours, 2 hours, 10 minutes, or excuse me, 3 hours, 10 minutes to midnight. So, the hell did I say that was, man, you hypersensitive fucks. Making me second guess everything I say about it. Bullshit. I know what I'm saying. No. No. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch what I said. I said we are. Did I say under? I thought I said we're just over 24 hours. Yeah, that I did say. Hypersensitive fucks. You guys are some hypersensitive fucks, making me miss putts now. Man, drama queens. Okay, I did not mean under. I meant just over 24 hours away, so that makes sense. Excuse me. Maybe wine is talking. I don't know. I'm enjoying my round. I'm going to quit reading what you guys have to say. I'm just going to do my thing over here. I'm just gonna do what I'm doing over here. I'm ignoring you guys. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Man, I have got bad clubs for this. Tell you what, that's a 4 mile an hour wind that's blowing hefty right there. Woo! Wham my ass. So the first person officially out of the contest will be Mr. Vinegar. Um, we just know that going into it. The good news is most of my fast swings off the tee are just very, very, very borderline fast, so they're not biting me in the ass right now, which kind of cracks me up. But yeah, man, that's up 32 feet. I'm not getting there. I'm not getting there. I'm gonna play right into that bunker. No, I'm not, because I hit it fast. I'm still gonna play into the bunker. Skip it. Get over that bunker. It almost did. It almost did. That was stupid. That was me playing stupid that entire hole. I even knew not to go for it. I called that before it even happened. But so this is for birdie, right? Didn't hit that hard enough. I just happened to see my putting marker was only at 68 feet instead of 155. That was a silly bogey by me there. If I was playing that on a tour round, I would not have done that. But yeah, we've only got one matchup that's had everybody respond, and there's disagreement in that. So, oh Lord, Mavs, Shiest. That's a little bit short. Damn. Interesting little fall off to that. This is a 473-yard hole. Shit. That back right pin is going to be a mother. Mm, 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 mm. Another damn fast downswing. Here we go. They've been perfect for the most part all the way through the round. Here we go. Well, here comes another bogey. I got a feeling. Yep. Damn. Damn headphones keep getting hooked on stuff. Hard to give just like a lot of like critiquing on this because I mean the looks to me are like spot on. He obviously knows how to do his brushes. So a few little areas, I mean, like you can take a brush like that and you can curve that corner off a little bit more and it looks better than having that very pronounced spike. That stood out to me, but I mean it's very minor stuff. I can point a lot of that stuff out on other courses where it's worse. Bottleneck's about 280. We got is a 485 yard par 4, but it's not an extreme bottleneck, so once again, not a whole lot you can just be shitty about on it. I thought that was going to lip out. I was actually going to be a little bit irritated on that one if it did. Oh, holy elevation, Batman. Son of a bitch. I'll say this for CCM, if I was going to introduce elevation to them, this wouldn't necessarily be a horrible course to do it on. It doesn't necessarily play tough. It's got some tough-ish shots on it, but this is also from the tips, so. Good God. That's almost too high. That's almost too high. Would have rather had this just a little bit lower to get a good look at that fairway, because that's a really nice fairway down there as far as the look he's got going, but it's completely killed because all you see is basically the green complex. That might be his, goal out of it. It works in that, but oh yeah, I'm sure I'll find more when I judge. Oh shit, didn't see this. Woo! Woo! Now that's some camber there, kids. Son of a... Goodness. Wow, holy moly. If you hit a little bit short of that, this area right here, you can hold it up, but you hit anywhere less than that on that ridge, I don't know if you hold this fairway. That right there is extreme. Yeah, there's a lot of camber to that right there. That's an interesting hole right there. I'll have to play that again and see actually how I feel about it. That's some different things. That's some pretty extreme elevation on that one. I mean, it works, but I don't know, Royce. There are blades of grass on your Augusta where I know there are no blades of grass at Augusta. I'm just playing. Son of a bitch. That's a putt there, kid. That's a putt there, kid. Okay. Well, we've got a big rock thingy in the middle of our fairway that looks like it's me in the landing zone. Huh. That's a par 5. Up 39 feet. Huh. I don't know what you're supposed to do. I mean, you can really only play to the right or play it short. I don't know what you're supposed to do with this here. Maybe with tour clubs. I mean, this is maybe with tour clubs you might sneak it across the top right there into that area, but it looks like it's elevated in a way that wow. Huh. I'm not even sure that I want to go 3 wood off the tee on this. Let's try it. I don't see the benefit in taking driver off the tee there and try to hit it there to the right. It's such a small landing area. You're not going to get up on that green in 2 regardless. So unless I'm just completely miscalculating, I wonder if I can hit it off this cactus. That could be fun. Oh shit. Ooh. Oh. 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 Andre. Please say you didn't do what I think you did here. Camber's good. This camber, I don't know. Andre. Andre. Hey, you can hit it off of a cactus. I just learned firsthand you can hit it off of a cactus. I'm going to have to go back and watch that because I just smacked that cactus in the head. Oh, that was awesome. The newly formed cactus hazard. I was going to see if I could do it. That was pretty cool. Oh my God. I'm kind of liking that. Probably too much. Oh, get in there, ball. Oh, that was hilarious. I'll tell you what, that's probably a little too much camber right there for a layup, given the length and the elevation, and everything else. I'll have to play around with it when we're actually doing our judging on it, but I've got a feeling that's going to play kind of weird. Yeah. What more am I supposed to say about this one besides it's fun bouncing balls off of cacti? Um, I mean, it's what you expect out of Andre. It's very clean. The planting, in my opinion, is spot on. There's a few things I talked about here and there that I might have done a little bit differently, but that's just my design style versus his design style. Nothing more, nothing less. Outside of that, it's just a really good solid course. There's a couple of holes that are iffy to me, but you know, you find that on every course, mine included. So other than that, man, just a really good, solid course. Um, yeah, that's about all I've got to say. So I'm going to jump off. I'm going to take about 5 minutes to get this uploaded, exported, finish off my last drink of wine right here, get a cup of coffee, and I'll be back to do one more. Be back in a minute, guys.